sun's just kissing the horizon as you fire up the 2025 Corvette Stingray C8. Within seconds, the rumble of its mid-engine V8 isn't just heard, it's felt in your chest, like a heartbeat gone supersonic. You grip the wheel, heart hammering, wondering, is this really a daily drivable American supercar, or something far wilder? That's where our story begins, because what you think you know about this Stingray might be wrong. Here's a bold claim. The 2025 Corvette Stingray C8 is more supercar beast than many give it credit for. But it's also hiding one glaring weakness that could change everything. Most people talk about its raw power, but few stop to ask, what's the trade-off for that performance? Stick around, because I'm going to show you how this Corvette delivers insane thrills, and why. For some drivers, that trade-off might be too steep. By the way, if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. On this channel, we don't just review cars, we go under the skin of what makes them tick, where they shine, and where they crack. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Imagine this. A sculpted predator poised and ready to pounce. The 2025 Stingray's mid-engine layout isn't just functional, it's dramatic. Long flowing lines stretch from the nose to the rear fenders, giving it that exotic supercar silhouette. Its signature design cues, those sharp side air intakes, the low roofline, and the aggressive front splitter, all whisper performance. The rear end, iconic quad taillights, and a bold diffuser make the car look ready to launch even when parked. This isn't just a Corvette, it's a statement. And GM has added new paint and wheel options for 2025. Satin graphite or gloss black forged aluminum wheels, 19-inch front and 20-inch rear, highlight the muscular stance in any light. Chevrolet slide inside, and the cockpit greets you like a high-end fighter jet. The materials are top tier. Genuine leather, optional Napa leather seats, and even performance textile in high-stress zones. Ergonomics feel balanced. Everything is built around the driver. The steering column is power tilt and telescopic, and the GT1 or GT2 seats hug you perfectly. Tech-wise, you're not left wanting. A digital instrument cluster, a large infotainment screen, Chevrolet's Infotainment 3 system, and a Bose 10-speaker sound system, in some trims, deliver a modern, connected ride. Stingray Chevrolet ambient lighting, carbon fiber trim options, and race-inspired touches remind you that this is a driver's machine, but one you can absolutely enjoy every day. Under the rear glass lies the heart of the beast, a 6.2-liter LT2 naturally aspirated V8 now tuned up to produce 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque when equipped with the Performance or Z51 package. Paired to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, it's not your grandfather's automatic. The shifts are lightning quick, giving you the control of a manual with the speed of a robot. All that muscle pushes you from 0 to 60 in just about 2.9 seconds, or, if you're really pushing it, in the low 2.8-second range per some tests. Quarter mile? Around 11.2 seconds when properly trimmed, Chevrolet. And handling? With available magnetic selective ride control 4.0, the suspension adapts in real time. Metal particles inside the damper fluid align under magnetic fields to change the ride's firmness on the fly. That means the car stays planted, whether you're carving corners or just cruising on the highway. Top speed? A head-spinning 194 miles per hour Schumacher Corvette. Of course, this is a gas-guzzling monster. According to specs, the Stingray does around 15 mpg in the city and up to 27 mpg on the highway, depending on trim and driving style. Stingray Chevrolet. Not ideal for short-term fuel savings, but for this kind of horsepower, that's a trade many are willing to make. And if you're tracking it or just living for the roar, you probably aren't thinking about efficiency anyway. Length, about 182.3 inches, giving it a compact, agile footprint. Motor donkey seating, 2-seater, driver-focused cockpit. Surprisingly usable. Thanks to its mid-engine layout, the Corvette offers a decent amount of storage up front and behind. It's built to feel like a supercar, but to work more like a well-engineered sports car you could live with. Safety features? You get driver assist systems, rear vision camera, rear cross traffic alert, side blind zone alert, and more, all helping keep things sharp and survivable at the performance edge. Warranty protection is reliable. 3 years, 36,000 miles under standard GM coverage. For a high-performance car like this, That peace of mind matters. Here's where things get controversial. Yes, the 2025 Corvette Stingray is a hell of a performer, but that sweet raw power comes with a serious compromise: fuel consumption and fuel range. Real owners report having to refuel much more frequently than you might expect. One driver noted they barely squeeze 200 miles per tank if they're driving aggressively. Reddit. That means if you're daily driving it or doing long trips, that constant gas stop can feel like a nagging reminder. This isn't just a fun ride, it's a commitment. Some might argue, so what? It's a performance car. But the reality is, not everyone has time for constant gas station breaks, and that could make this Corvette less practical for certain buyers. So, how does it stack up against something like its biggest rival? Let's say the Porsche 718 Cayman 911. Here's the breakdown. Better power per dollar, raw V8 character, more torque, and that signature American sound. Worse fuel efficiency, slightly larger size, and maybe less prestige in some sport luxury circles. Looking ahead, the mid-engine Corvette is only going to gain ground, with hybrid models like the E-Ray pushing up 655 horsepower and introducing all-wheel drive. Chevy clearly has big plans. Saleen Chevrolet +1. In the next 3-5 years, expect more electrified performance, possibly more variants, and continued innovation around handling tech like MagRide. The Stingray could remain the budget supercar king or evolve into something even more absurd. Closing and call to action. So, what's the verdict? The 2025 Corvette Stingray C8 is a monster in valence. Fast, ferocious, and thrilling. For the price, performance, and visceral thrill, it's hard to beat. But for some, that thirst for gas might be the deal breaker, especially if every stop at the pump chips away at the fun. If you're a thrill seeker who lives for the growl of a V8 and doesn't mind making pit stops for more fuel, this could be your dream. If you want performance and efficiency, maybe you wait for or consider hybrid options. What do you think? Drop a comment. Would you live with the fuel trade-off in exchange for nearly 500 horsepower? Or is that too steep a price? And if you love this breakdown, hit that like button. And if you're hungry for more deep dive yet honest car reviews, don't forget to subscribe. Next week, we'll be tearing into the 2025 Corvette E-Ray. Does the hybrid version finally bring the perfect balance? You'll want to see that. Thanks for riding shotgun with me. Until next time, keep your foot light and your heart heavy.